This is probably the most challenging record you have ever put on your turntable. Its purpose is to challenge the performance potential of your stereo equipment.
Look is the new yo. When starting a new rap verse, see times change. Like I used to be the type to act first, but if you act first in reality, when luck is long gone, you can listen to your gut like Homeboy Sam, and your gut could be wrong. It's tough to move on when always acting in reaction. It's like attacking your way out of every single corner that you're backed in. Some corners are metaphors and some are interpretations. Maybe it's worth the waiting to see if it's worth debating. Maybe if you're certain hating, yet expect others to fight fair, when in retrospect, that's just a Sisyphean nightmare. There's no mystery in the action, it's not the act that bothers me, it's the illusion of freedom. When you think you have autonomy. We all punch that clock, we all cast that vote. Caught that new car, even though we're half broke. I find it foolish finding freedom and brand autonomy, but that's how we do it. Command economy.
Everybody rapping like it's a commercial. Acting like life is a big commercial.
When they talk about how much they flip. Screaming brand new, when they just sanitize the old shit. Same ish, different day, it's still the same ish. And if the roof's on fire. 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 Put the pen to the paper.
Yes, pros, it's me, Nicodemus, demon of stress. Another board, the floor game to gain a COVID test. Still the best, numero uno. Pseudo knows newsletters, unsubscribe 50 times and I won't return to sender. Or worse, where's the line at? There's times I am lost too, as if the sky is falling and just can't peel it off you. Think of the captaincy. No, it's not me. Wear sweatpants all the time. When I eat, I do get sloppy. Even if I do it calmly, there's always this spill. No napkin could ever stop me. I'm not offering chill. Take a trip to Flavortown, where wings got so expensive. When wifey has the duffs, I get anxious and apprehensive. Mixing a little pensive. Feel I vented a spell. Everything's cemented, and we're not weathering well. No need to underhand, undercut, or ever say so. Our team could cook a scheme to mop the floor with Jeffrey Bezos. At home, counting pesos. Scratch a capital. Pounding payment to estrangement, that enslavement seems irrational. Wish I could take it national. It would not go calmly. Rather hole up in my basement, deliver tendies for mommy. Know that came out oddly, but the reference is right. Could express it till death to see what remembrance is like. It's if they tried nothing and are fresh out of concepts. Their pull-out game is bluffing. They haven't stopped dropping bombs yet.
Yes, comrades, it's tone, and there's more than one way. When they go high, we go low, like your 401k. Smoke Old Bay wings, cause it's the weekend and I'm skilled in flavor, bad decision, self-derision, and also grilling, plus chilling. We need new ways to start building, playing Jenga's getting people killed while others make billions. Still in this mode, got rants to make Riz squirm. Set a reminder for rap night, the Marxist big worm. Hide capital in my rap bag, chop herring pulpit. If the culprit is bland, take command and then sculpt it. Dulcet tones like these ring the bling in. Khaki static clinging, hairline like kingpins. Singing the same old song on beat, more in tune. History doesn't repeat, but shit, it sure consumes. From doom to the tomb, wounds killing enemies. The sign is coming soon. In a room filled with memories, admired energies. Inquired how to figure out some assembly inspired lit fires that fizzled out. Fizzled out hating, waiting for the change to come. Started with no aims, but this is your brain on drums and drugs. Pseudo with one last caper. So much stuck in my head, I need to get it out on paper.
And if the roof's on fire, put the pen to the paper. It's the live motivator. It's the live motivator. And if the roof's on fire, put the pen to the paper.
The steady movement of highs and lows in short, jabbing, percussive patterns makes tremendous demands on every resource of your stereo equipment. But every note should be clean, clear, and completely separate and distinct, with all the instruments in proper spatial relationship, not only directionally, but also in depth.
push the start stop. Listen close for what I'm missing most until my heart stops. Beat to art, props keep me going, even if it's just a piano loop to make Nick sad while it's snowing. Ideas flowing, music roars to keep the doors closed. From jazz to break, stacks of wax aplenty, Lord knows. Noto to Norvo, the jazz section's organized. Mobley to modern jazz, to Monk to Morgan Ive. Got a lot of organ guys like McGriff and McDuff. Jimmy Smith got that stuff, but finding Blue Note is tough. This 2022, we're taking command to save some bread while your favorite record shop raises a gun to your head. It's not just them, wax is back due to high demand. In response, labels are repressing Steely Dan. Stress and pressing plants pouring toxin like bourbon vendors. But it can't be any worse than Spotify's data centers.
Data turn your body into antimatter. Data turn your body into antimatter. Data turn your body into antimatter. Data turn your body into antimatter.
Repressed Steely fans might need a life coach to resolve. 180 grand royal scam as the dollar bins devolve. Investment bankers copping catalogs of samples for y'all. As workers beyond the grave are still fattening these frogs. For snakes to sample Jake, stay on the take. Like a leech or parasite, or dare I write to bear some light on those who make raps and conflate that act with capitalism. DJs replaced by greedy algorithms, the pun is intended. Are we free to be creative, or are we just another extension of a system that exploits our visions and sells them back to our children?
This is serving a wisdom.
When I roll through Forest Lawn, I pay respects to Shirley Chisholm as we provide the sounds right down the raps like Byron Brown. Football stadium in a pothole.
Take that with you on the way down.
The world needs another headache like it needs another hustler. Truth and light won't be uncovered by plundering worth from one another.
Designed for the connoisseur of sound reproduction. Set the volume control in your stereo system at the preferred listening level. At this point, balance your speakers for equal output.
We gotta plug the mic in. We don't know what the hell we're doing.
I'm chillin'. A synonym for being less hysteric. I'll try to keep the words to a minimum, be less esoteric. Lest I be less than I should at my best, like Jeff said. I hope I'll be half as fresh and as impressive on my deathbed. Struggling past these lines like it's dark and I'm all alone. Dreaming this, screaming into the abyss, my name is Tone. And I was here, and I'll be here for the time being. Blind seeing every day like it's my first while I'm rhyme scheming. Signs seeming to point to the existential and meaningless. Rhyme scheming, self-referential, I might be dreaming. But please don't pinch me. I have 3 cool fucking daughters, so please don't pinch me. I have a great wife, and if I wake up, it all ceases. So start to see the world as a large whole in small pieces, and people as small holes connected to larger pieces. And I mean all told, even in the farthest reaches.
Saving grace, ties that bind. I would be blind, looking directly at the clock, but haven't got the time to sign this cross. Then lost it for my 30s, inside my brain casting blame, chanting shame like I'm Cersei. If the worst is yet to hurt me, I have no earthly notion. The worst is yet to come, should've pulled the plug on Poland. My boys bowling, barbershopping, copping PhDs. Have a hole inside my conscience that wanders around aimlessly. Shameless plug paranoia, don't know who to trust. Just have to wait a minute, like you stuck behind a school bus. Still us versus them. Cursed life led me on. An uphill fight through snow until we all unite like Benetton. Bet this bomb's pretty shitty, it won't even explode, but it interrupts you pretty till acceptance of it grows. Show this stranger on Twitter exactly what I meant. Check my grammar, then it's sent, and dunk on him like Sean Kemp.
Command records are the result of a concentrated effort by a dedicated group of world-renowned artists and sound scientists. An effort which represents years of painstaking research in all phases of the rapid field.
Yo, grind like 50-50 when I drop in. I know I'm not one of the rappers on your top 10. I'd rather not be on the list with you and Hobson. Sit at the bar and it be you that would be mocking. Y'all try to say it's a community thing, but they never talk about the things that usually be. Cause y'all be rapping about some hats and that's unusual to me. And y'all be rapping all the time like y'all ain't usually be. Damn, the fuck is going on? This generation's trying to test me like I know it wrong. I always go on my gut, man, never go along. I see you rapping over tracks like you don't know the song. I'm only here to kick it, I'm listening to Drunk Uncle. Y'all playing Simon Says, I kick it like Garfunkel. No matter how I kick it, I'm giving you all me. I'm here to regulate, next movement is on me, recognize.
Hedge my bets while the rest tell lies. Self-proclaimed legends let their heads swell wide. Said they make waves, yet I seen that ebb tide. Dig in their own graves just so they can test pride. Besides, other than sounding pathetic, there's a deficit of skills that hides an aesthetic. I get it, you just want to be a part of something. Heart of a starving artist who started from nothing and came up, lame ducks, repeat the same credo. Rap for a few people just to feed your ego. In vitro clones need to be left in a dish, cause it's a brave new world and you won't be missed. So grip the mic with your fist and then bet your life on it. Played your track for my wife and she said she might vomit on it. Sonnet haiku, hide you from public view. Whoever said to keep it up should have lied to you.
11th best rapper in Buffalo plus international recording artist. The world is finite but my mind's like the TARDIS. We don't work the hardest but there's none as smart as my crew. We can see for miles and miles like Nardis or the Who. We see beyond the cityscape, beyond state borders. Copped wax in 50 states, more crates than 8 orders. Got orders from Italy where the fast killed my ancestors. Got crew in Europe from Roskilde to Manchester. Lodo means tester, nothing less than global. Scenesters pester and I'll be like, hey, local. Which is all well and good, but eat your beta carotene. Cause I'm on the hunt, like Uma Thurman to David Carradine. On it since long ago when last I copped a pair of jeans. Now I'm trying to learn exactly what chopped herring means. Barely seen the scene since COVID cut the cord, but glad we exist amidst 90s rap that was all but ignored.
Local cat, my vocal rap is loaded with lessons. Exceed celebrity, but still you give the legends the leverage. Good on my own, my every zone considered a classic. Cats get beside themselves and get blasted. Ripe and tender in the hood as a beginner. I was praying that this beater make it through another winter. Word form until 4 in the morning. Explore what the unsigned side of the city's ignoring. Real love, we show up when you performing. With this garbage I'll be putting out now when we still supporting. Every show I go to is the same shit every weekend. Featuring so-and-so with all that weak shit you be speaking. Of course you need fame to gain traction, but you get a little buzz and you change like transaction. Here's my contribution to the hip-hop allegory. My city's so versatile, check every box in the category.
Lay back, let the director set the scene. A panoramic view of a plot to suppress the dream. Way back when I would say that I was just a teen, with a knack for putting words together and what they mean. Instrumental beats on loop, trying to crack the code. Learn how to turn raps to loot and let the gold. Water in the wine, diamond from a coal. Refining what I find in the mind of my mind and soul. Tap the vein, rack my brain for a jewel, time to roll. Went from baby steps to running tracks like the pros. Doing laps around enemies, trying to snatch energy. Vampires, leeches on streets, they be creeping. Don't let them catch you sleeping, stay woke. You never reach utopia if your people stay broke. Take notes, the gray ghost, sipping gray goose. On a gray stoop, I'm way loose, but no quaaludes, just a prelude, yo.
When you acquire a command recording, you will have the pleasure of hearing the ultimate in true sound recording. You can feel assured that your record library has grown in musical stature. Further, the producers of Command Records pledge that they will produce only recordings which will contribute to your musical enjoyment and successfully meet your high-quality standards.
The rapper goes here. The rapper goes here. The rapper goes here. Now we start scratching again.
How's about that? It seems like it's my turn again. Hey, yo, but wait, back it up. Easy, back it up. Please let the rapper embellish on the cut.
Yes, and I'm so your brains to miss this.
Recognize witness.
We like to rock the party, yo. The rock the party, yo. We like to rock the party, yo. Party. Cut the funky record.
We cut your wax.
With the left hand scratch. Spin the vinyl breaks we catch.
Should this condition not apply to your turntable, we suggest that you now turn to the reverse side of this record and let us demonstrate to you musically that Command Stereo represents not only the attainment of the highest technical standards, but artistically recorded music that is intensely interesting as well as exciting.
Command. Command. Command.
I don't think this is due. Plenty pants have been puked when they find out the truth. There's a chance it's rebuked. Super sleuth not needed. Proceeds always go to those least in the need for reasons we all know. Feel like a skipping record. with a checkered past. Cliches seem to task whoever had it last. We laugh, hold a cup up, press F to respect those that have left, but we weren't ready to regret. Feel like I haven't slept, kept it all inside, try to kill myself all day, but I'm glad I survived. I'll go get the cookies, have some milk if you think your bones need to be stronger, but water's an S to your drink. I'm a link to the past, where the majority mask while they hit the supermarket with intent to harass. It's all split, they have targets to gather en masse. It's all them and not us who leak the talk from their ass, only tall as the grass, then cut it in half, hold it down to suffocate and deflate in the gas. Can't grasp how it rotates, no sense makes most money drones. Shout out to the snowflakes whose favorite cereal's honeycomb.
The musical selections on this side of your stereo checkout are orchestrated and played in such a way that the listener may determine that his speakers are accurately balanced musically, that his amplifier is giving sufficient power, that his needle is tracking properly, and a myriad of other details that contribute to perfect reproduction.
Trying to fit in, be a little less conspicuous. Group A in a toupee, lest I look ridiculous. Sick of this, sick of that, allergic to cats but have a few. Sipping silk shore but look absurd, milking a cashew. Sat through some blowhards who go hard and that's it. No content, no comment, yet I went the backflips. I went gymnastics with plastic material, but I'm a materialist, not fastened to the ethereal.
I feel we come a long way from friends hiding in the bush. I think of outcomes all day and every button they push. Sudden brooks, instant rivers, give me serenity. Sullen shore, she'll give me shivers, trying to hop a whole identity. Instead it's me, or knock on wood, should stop saying so. Hold the mic like ponytails and bob like it's fellatio. Keep asking what it's rated, so I try to keep it clean. Or we'll go around in circles like we're washing machines.
Wander, cash, and bust while Elon Musk scrounges on Mars. We'll go around in circles like beat loops and counting bars. Bound to star and go solo, protagonist of a sitcom. Hapless, snap selfies, smile, apply lip balm. Get shit on at work, feel alone but you're not. Hop on the phone at break, mood thrown by a bot. Get rude and canatone, feel alone but you're not. Just hit tone on the inbox and let's throw in on the pot.
We should split the cost of goods, grow food in our yards, sell it and ask for cash back like debit cards. Yes, it's hard to trudge, judge people by their footwear. Should've checked their heart but didn't even think to look there. Would fare better in fair weather with some unity. Root for your own turd, shipping stock packed with impunity. Infest your whole community, press F at my eulogy. This rap's a long time coming, we should lock it up for true and
true indeed, and there's a reason we waited for a season. Started writing this in winter, now the windows let the breeze in. Season days like cliches and bootstraps between lines. With all due respect, you don't have 9 lives like a feline. Don't waste mine on tea times, cause time can't rewind. Listen to records leisurely, like Eagle D and Beat Mine. Tweedledee and Tweedledum might run but don't shoot. We're just trying to chill and put this piano on loop.
Piano players out, the music stopped. Piano players out, the music stopped. Piano players out, the music stopped. Piano players out, the music stopped.
Paradise. 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 Paradise.
Woo Lord, what a life. Only right I instill a set of expectations, but it seems like overkill. Mill around town. Sometimes you just loiter, frogging with the toilers by revealing movie spoilers. Rosebud was his sled, Tyler Durden was both actors. Could point to several factors why we all head for disasters. See me after. You could 1v1 me, think disparity's a charity, but people don't have money. Tell me kinda hungry. Chicky chicky parm parm, hit the bricks with baseball sticks and set off the car alarms. Have the charm to get a following. Go right off the ledge, doesn't matter what I said. Make sure our bets are hedged. Instead, let's make a left, another 2 after that. And go around in circles to destroy our habitat. Let the cracks get super wide and the system survives. Have your eyes wide open to dodge pieces of sky. Keep hearing the cries, seeing the lies. How you don't get any pie and still act surprised. Appraisal for its value says you should still hurry to live the same day again like your name was Bill Murray.
Paradise. 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 Paradise.
Now that the crest of mass production has more or less been solved, I enjoy going to Wegmans to feel the glow of fluorescent bulbs. I feel like I'm in a musical when the lights are bright and shining. With pride and smarts, ride the cart like a knight in shining. Columbia jacket, khaki pants, mask around my ears. Fresh produce is happenstance. I found it just appears. Takes a year to grow, you better fear the day there's no bananas for my smoothie, cause it'll be a movie when I blow. An action-packed tirade on a high-paid cashier. A guy and his wife right before me snatched the last beer. It's a micro-brew, and I've been to 4 stores in search of its tasty nectar, and to find it a prime to scorch the earth. Of course I don't care if there's a dozen other brands. That's the one I want, and I'm the customer, you understand? I'm going to a party at my friend's, and he has a pool. I'm in charge of charcuterie, can't forget the gabagool. Forest, ham, pep, and cheese. This list I wrote feels close to done. It's been a long journey like Eugene O'Neill. Leave with an oppressing haul, more green than a dope deal. Freedom is all these different brands of instant oatmeal.
Paradise. 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 Paradise.
A cool breeze away from all you idiots is what I dream about at night, and the forest is deciduous. I keep it inconspicuous, and therein lies the differences. And I'm not talking Cooper when I say this shit is limitless. I'm through with all the Christmases. December 25th, we go fishing with our mistresses. Picnics with conditions, and the view does not diminish. I'll paint several hundred images. One was in her likeness, and the rest all smell like cinnamon. She said she hates this country, and she wants to move to Portugal. I know people up in Lisbon that think Pseudo is resourceful. We leave in 20 minutes, pack a bag, heard it's paradise. Flight is mighty long, we're watching re-edits of Parasite. It's a great movie. Not to brag, but I've been known to fill a terabyte in bottles of the brown, cause I can feel it in the air tonight. Off the grid and blessed. Feeling this might be the place, so lay me here to rest.
Paradise. 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 Paradise.
The most exciting of the new sounds that have been added to American music in the past few years is unquestionably the stirring, stimulating staccato rhythms of the bongos. These 2 little drums are capable of an amazingly wide and versatile range of sounds and effects. They can add a steaming intensity to an already roaring rhythm, or, at the opposite extreme, add subtly suggestive accents to give a sparkling and persuasive lift to a gentle, languorous beat. Listen now to the scratcher, an instrument which can sound like a fast brush when it is reproduced badly. Correctly reproduced, it is a series of identifiably separate but extremely rapid rasp-like sounds. Rasp-like sounds. There should be no chattering effect as it comes out of your speakers.
people. Seems the freer the evil. Was that equation equals? Seen prequels, sequels, origins, reboots, foreign versions recoup, spitting green like they were pea shoots. Should reroute, regroup, amass, round up, merge. Band, brigade, or muster, serve up those just deserves. Just the nerve of the whole op. It's theatrical props. How we work for it all day, and it's like playing the slots. They keep paying the cops. Up in assessments, email the school board, and they won't even answer my questions. In the past, it just mentioned a path of oppression. If you don't teach them anything, there's no chance of succession. Been wrestling quite often, soften and make amends with little or no caution, like we're always the greatest friends. Lend credence to the cross, nothing you could do to prepare. Take shorts like Danny Briere, man, you had to be there.
Kids be like, hey dad, college isn't for me. Dad be like, it's a means to an end, so get a business degree. A visionary proposition, pretend like you're in the NBA. Or just do art, cause we all end up in a call center anyway. And pray for the NRA, cause there's no gray, just black and white. Feast on ideology with an apathetic appetite. Sad and white, mad with spite. Sitting on the internet in a daze inundated with data bytes. Like-minded, blinded by belief and can't see. What's in your head has as much impact on the world as leaf the tree. See, when you fall off the tree keeps on living. At least until the tree has no more leaves to be giving. Big things crash and burn, small things fizzle. The math you learn is more than a formula for solving riddles. Don't fall in the middle, check the clues. All the vittles in the supermarket won't cure collective blues. Goddamn! Lost and not found, but for now, this crummy old world keeps spinning around. Lost and not found, but for now, this crummy old world.
As he's walking, muttering like Dustin Hoffman in the middle of the crosswalk, up like Hasselhoff again. Flossing, tossing, whipping, dipping, laces loose, high risk of tripping. No kidding, kid, no ledge like juice, pace obtuse. This kid is spitting on himself like his shirt, some kind of drool proof. Hollering at these two youths, or is he on his Bluetooth? Either way, your dude's got a couple screws loose, and spruce was loose, old 78, a buck minus a deuce. Word to Marv Levy, beg your pardon, believe me. Been on a regiment of regular walking in seaweed. That's when I see weed, I eat it, vape it, or toke it. Take these words home and heed them, hate them, invoke them.
You talking scary, get the fuck out of Dodge. You talking scary, get the fuck out of Dodge.
Searching for the perfect beat, cut Beatles got that heat cooking. Sleep, then hit the street on 2 feet. We'll keep looking. Read books in parks, chat in coffee shops at night. Rap like a podcast, 3 white dudes who softly rock the mic. It's an awfully rotten sight still with all this MAGA shit that have to pass as a class in mass who suck in aggregate. Battle it daily, calmly while we plug tune. Feet don't fail me, Pseudo comic book club soon. Word to Walter Rodney, groundlings with a rare flow. Fight back probably, won't stand still like a scarecrow. But so Fred the Tarot said stay high and let go. Would you rather be a baby or take some giant steps, bro?
You talking scary, get the fuck out of Dodge.
Something's dying, trying to write to this. I'm a man of many talents, righteous and fighting this. Might have missed the memo. I'll demo TLDR, ponder, wander, yonder, farther than you see far. Tried the guitar, piano, couple MPCs, then sold everything because I'm Apex lazy. Not wasting any labor. I savor the loaf, make mine with double bread, and I'll take it with toast. Align with tougher heads to fulfill our approach, to come with very little, yet leave with the most. We succumb, collapse the middle. Keep feeding them rope, they'll be pleading for votes. We'll keep beating the throat.
We have, at this point, completed our basic command stereo checkout. For those audiophiles who suspect, however, that their turntable may be developing a rumble, we will now provide 25 seconds of unmodulated grooves so that this condition may be readily detected.
The process of segregation is driven by the way in which we build cities. Within the urban areas, ever since the rise of home ownership in the United States, there's been a sorting and sifting process to separate higher income whites from lower income blacks.
Boot the computer, watch the shooter shown on prime time. Be vigilant, cause a vigil can't rewind time. The timeline's all fuzzy and he's a cruddy little rat. Was he short or was he tall? Or was he thin or was he fat? Money back guaranteed, no leads, no need for advisory. We all knew immediately, he's as right as the keys on ivory. Keyboard smash and subscribe, expected to repent. Filled with ideology and misdirected discontent. Filled with pent-up aggression for war and ignored the humming. Learning lessons from oppression, warning of what's coming. The mind-numbing dumbing down of entire generations through collective will, irony, conspiracy, and veneration. The end we're facing is ours to learn from. Plus, in a few decades, we'll watch the skies burn to dust. But we won't even make it there, scared and worried about Sodom fighting top down when we should be starting from the bottom. So bottoms up if you didn't think this could take place in Buff while we toe the red line and pine for basements filled with stuff. White fucks you lose, there aren't enough bars in prison. It's time to choose, socialism or barbarism.
Hey yo, this beat is spoopy. Truth be told, you see, it's like every one of them's poisoned and we can't crack the remedy. Don't know what my head'll be, so goes it, know it well. Feel like the bully pulpit, near the crowd I can't compel. Billion pressure swells, fed so well, I'm getting buttons clipped. Brought this up to my wife and she wasn't having none of it. Suddenness when buttons fly, nothing shies away from relevance. Make sure it doesn't hit now, we'll have to brave the elements. Who else ignores the elephant? Pink and floaty, fleet and silent. Scared of all the phonies that wake up and choose the violence. All the science and math doesn't add up to match the dread we catch waking up, that's society's cash. Find it to gas, guess we're at an impasse. I'd rather you not approach me without me knowing where you've been last. This fast to change quick, strangeness is we refuse to make radical change and do so faithfully.
Back in 1940, Buffalo was one of the most integrated cities in the United States. But as home ownership increased, increased, and as we saw this land valuation system occur, blacks were concentrated in places on the east side where the most undesirable residential lands in the city existed.